Hey, welcome everybody. MarshaunO here, your favorite relationship strategist. And I help Christian women that are married or in long-term relationships to stop feeling disconnected and unloved and shift you to feeling heard, understood, and appreciated. Now, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your time to come here and kick it with your girl to find out what we're speaking about today, which is compliments. Yes, compliments for and to your partner and to your spouse. How they take in the compliments, why you should be doing them, what it does for your spouse, as well as what it is going to do for you as well. Now, before I do that, I want to invite you to pick up a free relationship resource library. Yes, it's a resource library. Again, library means more than one item. So when you go to the link that is above the video, and I will totally post it down below as well, but when you go here, you will find things in the relationship resource library, such as ways to create intimacy within your relationship, ways to deal with disappointment, because sometimes we get disappointed in our relationships and we need to figure out how we can navigate through those trying and even disappointing times, right? And then I also talk about ways to improve your relationship. Of course, that's what we're going to talk about. And then how to become a part of the top 1% of couples that have extraordinary relationships. So go ahead, check out the free resource there, and then pick up your copy of the relationship resource library so you can add these tools to your relationship tool belt. Now, again, we're going to be speaking about compliments today. And while you're coming in, if you're not watching this live, then definitely go ahead and give me hashtag replay and let me know that you're here. So say hi, say hello. Let me know which city, state, or country you are watching this broadcast from. And of course, if you know that there is somebody who needs to hear this message, then please share it with him or share it with her. So again, we've been talking from my book, Reignite Your Relationship by 7X. It is available on Amazon. And today we're also going to continue to talk about compliments. Spoken from the words that I wrote a few years ago in this particular book. Because sometimes we actually get in our routines, right? We get in our routines and we don't think that we need to pay compliments to our spouse because we live with them, right? Because it's super easy to overlook the great and amazing things that he or she is bringing to the table, and just about him or her, period. When they dress up, right? We kind of overlook that sometimes because we just expect it to happen, right? We expect them to do this for themselves, but then really we expecting them to do this for us as well, right? And so you want to get away from that mindset of becoming very complacent within your relationship because you want to keep things fresh. You want to keep things new. You also want to keep the intimacy and connection building between the both of you. So that's a way to do that, is to make sure that you are paying compliments to your spouse. The key to complimenting your spouse is avoiding the fluffy, buttery comments when you, the giver, is looking to receive something in return. Because we all can pick up on us being fake, us being phony, us doing something so we can receive something in return. So you don't want to do that. You want to stay away from all of the extra, all the fluff, right? You want to just give him or her the compliment, mean it, right? And then make sure that you incorporate this into doing it as often as possible. But again, you want to do it in the sense so you can feel good about yourself, but also your spouse can feel good about him or her as well, right? So paying a compliment will keep you focused on the things you like and cherish about your spouse, as well as about your relationship and why you decided to choose this partner in the first place. So it's going to take you back to remembering why you like this person, why you love this person, why you chose this person. So because again, when we live with our spouse, it's easy to take him or her for granted. And we forget and even notice all of the big and even small things that they're bringing to the relationship to make us feel wonderful, to make us feel respected, to make us feel honored and cherished, and also for that to be reciprocated to our spouses as well. Being appreciated by others is one of the most basic human needs that we need, and your partner is no different, right? So you want to focus on giving that compliment and showing the appreciation as much as possible. Giving a compliment also builds intimacy, physically and mentally. Compliments show how much you respect and even pay attention to your spouse. Most importantly, it is a point to focus on the good in the relationship, which is what I just brought up. So you're focusing on the good whenever you're paying a compliment to your partner or to your spouse, right? So remember when you got dressed up, right? When you got dressed up and your spouse was like, or made a little noise or gave you that eye or whatever it is, verbally commenting you, saying how good you look, how great you look, how happy they are to be going out with you, to hang out with you. You want to continue to do those things for your spouse. But then also, of course, you want to be mindful to pay your own compliments as well, right? So giving a sincere compliment boosts the mood between you and your spouse. A sincere compliment. Again, staying away from the fluff. Noticing something you like or smell in your partner means nothing if you never verbalize it to him or to her. This moment to connect with him or her can easily become lost because compliments are important to give to your spouse because the relationship often becomes stale and complacent. See, I just brought that up. We want to stay away from complacency, right? Ultimately resulted in taking each other for granted. Also, yes, Oma, thank you. Amen. Also, this can make your spouse believe you are no longer paying them any attention, right? Because again, we get complacent, right? We're just going through our days. We're just going through the motions of things, right? The day in and the day out of things, forgetting that compliments really mean something to each of us. And research actually has shown that when we compliment each other and focus on the positive things about our spouses or just people in general, we shift our attention from the negative to the positive, which is where you want to stay. You really want to stay in the positive versus the negative, because the fact is a compliment is a two-way gift. When you give a compliment to someone else, especially your spouse, excuse me, a chemical reaction of pleasure takes place inside your brain as well as inside your partner's brain. This helps you stay focused on the many, many things you like and love about your spouse. Again, reinforcing the connection and intimacy. And so I have a list of things of why paying compliments actually matters. And this is not my original list. I got this from The Importance of Compliments in Your Marriage by Sherry Striffoff. Right? When you give a sincere encouragement and compliments to your spouse, several things happen. So this is her list, but I totally love this list. And again, it is in my book, Reignite Your Relationship by 7X. Okay? And again, it's available on Amazon. So here is the list. Your spouse's self-confidence is increased. Make sense? Your own self-worth is increased. The friendship between the two of you is strengthened. Right? Whenever you're paying compliments, you are demonstrating your appreciation. You are making your spouse feel cherished and valued. You are focusing on the positive instead of the negative, which is what I just mentioned. And then you are creating an unforgettable moment between the two of you. Yes. So all of these things, right? That list of just paying a compliment to your spouse, just being open to not forgetting to say, wow, you smell good. Wow, you look good. Wow, you got a haircut or whatever it is, just noticing something again, so you can focus on why you actually fell in love with your partner in the first place. This is going to help you to remember, especially when you go through those rough patches within your relationship, because they are going to come, because life is a test. Life is a test. And we want to see, when I say we, I really mean God. God wants to see how much you want this thing. In this case, your relationship. How much you are ready to fight to keep the intimacy, the connection, the fun, the friendship, right? To be able to be the role model that you never noticed or never seen, never grew up with. So you can also be the role model for your child or your children, so they can see what a great, healthy relationship looks like. So just by paying compliments, because the things that we have learned when it comes to relationships didn't really come from our parents or guardians. That is not a dig at our parents or guardians. That is just a fact. And this is all racist, all sexist, right? I've heard this time and time again. So it's nothing against our parents. They did the best with the information that they had or the information that was available to them. So now you, as the person that is watching this video, as a person that wants a healthy romantic relationship, now it's your turn to get on board, to do the things that you know that you need to do in order to become a better spouse, in order to become a better woman or becoming a better man, right? So now that you're gaining this information, now it's up to you to apply it so you can create a better relationship than the one that you witnessed growing up, right? Because some people were exposed to great relationships, and that is awesome, right? But most people didn't get trained in the way that we should go or the way that we should be or even behave in our marriages or in our relationships. And so we're learning a lot of this stuff. And if you've been rocking with me for any amount of time, then you know that my mission is to decrease the divorce rate while simultaneously increasing the marriage rate, one conversation at a time. So we're having a conversation right here, right? One conversation at a time. And so if you are interested in becoming a better person, a better spouse, then definitely click the link up above so you can get your free relationship resource library. I love you. There is nothing that you can do about it. Please let me know what you got from this video and also what you are going to do for the health of your own relationship. Do not forget to pay your spouse a compliment today. Bye.